Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is quite an exciting street photography POV for me because I get some shots that I am really happy with, particularly a street portrait little session that I get later on in the video with a lovely gentleman called Andy. Anyway, I'm out with my friend Stephen for this outing. I've had a couple of videos where I'm walking out with him and I feel like it gave me so much more confidence. Getting right down to the settings and the brass tacks of this POV, I'm using the Fujifilm x100v. I'm on manual on all my settings apart from ISO. I decided to go auto ISO like I had done on previous outings because I found that I was able to immerse myself in it so much more when I'm not worrying about changing that setting. It could just adapt with me. So every photo you see on this outing is a JPEG straight out of camera using the Acros film simulation, and I think it's the Acros plus yellow. Here you can slowly see me gaining confidence taking this photo. I get closer and closer till I eventually get this one, which is one of the photos that I'm super happy with, and I'm really excited for it, not only for the composition, the fact that he's looking at me, but also for how quickly I got it. Like it wasn't quite real time for you, but it was literally within the first 10 minutes, so it usually takes me a lot longer to get a photo I'm mildly happy with. So for this next one, you can see how bright the sun was hitting the building over there, and I wanted to try get a very contrasty image where I'm exposing for the highlights on the building, and because of how bright it was, it just threw everything else into darkness, so I thought that was kind of interesting. So Stephen was also shooting on the Fuji x100v. He got one a few months after me. He got it in black, and to this day I regret getting mine in silver, but well, we got a little Instagram story because he was also using a Mamiya film camera and it just looks so beautiful. I got some shots just while he was loading up his film camera, just because I always really enjoy the process of it, just because I don't really use film cameras at all, so I find it very interesting. I really like these photos that I got, very simple, kind of framed to the right of the frame, which I like to do, and then I really like the leading lines of the bench below the camera. I think it creates like a really nice contrast. Here I kind of wanted to play with a slow shutter speed to kind of get some motion blur, but nothing really came to fruition from this. I was just having a little play around. I was trying to like expose for the castle in the back and then get some people in the foreground. It was okay, but again, I didn't really get much from this, but I thought I would just show the process anyway. So I never shoot in black and white. I always favour just kind of other film simulations on the Fuji, just because I find shooting in black and white really challenging. But that is kind of why I wanted to go out and do this today, because by the end of this outing I was loving it so much that I actually haven't taken the film simulation off my Fuji and I'm shooting everything in black and white at the moment. I just love the deep rich tones. Like for this example, a really simple composition, nothing interesting in it at all, but I just love the way it looks with the black and white film simulation, the layers of the glass and the clothes and everything, the textures. So as we were walking up this little street here, Stephen kind of pointed out the light hitting the top of that building there and how it kind of created like a really nice streak, and he said I bet that would look really good on black and white, so of course I got the composition. Again, nothing crazy interesting, but I really like how shooting black and white makes you look at shadows and little pockets of light more closely. Anyway, this next bit is so fun. There was a band playing in the centre, and I will just kind of let it speak for itself so you can kind of enjoy it with me. Black and white, black and white. I just wish it was a 50. So here's some of the photos I got from that sequence. I just found the whole experience just so joyful. Me and Stephen just kind of walked away from it and we were just like, oh, we love living in Norwich because you can just encounter little scenarios like this anywhere. I love this person dancing so much. They just ooze joy, and this was the favourite photo that I got from that sequence. I crop in a little bit here. I don't know which one I prefer, but it kind of looks like he's playing the banjo, like his hands are reaching out. But yeah, I just really enjoyed that whole experience. As you can see, a very quick shot there, almost from the hip, almost walking by. I kind of like how crooked it looks. Not an amazing photo, but I like it. And then we encountered this wall of graffiti up here. Stephen really loves capturing textures and stuff like that, so he was loving this graffiti wall, and I always just take photos of him taking photos. It's very fun. Are you really photography friends if you don't take photos of each other on a regular basis? So as promised, coming up is the interaction with our good friend Andy. Not good friend, but I felt like he was after this, where Stephen asked him to take his portrait, and yeah, this is how it went.
Yeah, I get photographed here quite a lot actually. Well, this is a great spot. But it's really nice of you to ask, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Because various people have shown me pictures of me on Insta. Yeah. And I thought, no, don't even know. Yeah. How do you want me? Where do you want me? Well, you can carry on reading if you want, or you can look straight into the camera. It's up to you. I'll carry on reading. Yeah.
Can I also get some? I'm here, I may as well.
Sure. Vaping or not vaping?
Both.
Up to you. However you
Bit
are.
Smoke. Yeah.
We could do both. Setting a very bad example for youth.
I don't know if you could see, but the Fujifilm was doing very well at tracking his eye throughout this whole kind of interaction. I was kind of bursting off a few and it picked out his eye really well each time. Love this shot, look at the smoke. It's kind of hard to see on the screen, right?
Do the headphones look stupid? Or are we happy with them?
It's you, it's how you're wearing them, I like it.
There is no experience.
Should I get some photos while you talk, sorry?
There's no self. There's no agent, there's no choice, there's no meaning, there's no past, there's no future. All there is what's happening, but it's happening to no one.
As you can hear, a very interesting guy. He was talking to us about this podcast he was listening to, very philosophical, very intelligent man. And we kind of stood with him for about 5, probably maybe 10 minutes, just chatting to him whilst we were getting photos as well. Stephen got some lovely film photos. Well, I assume they're lovely. He hasn't got them developed yet. And I was shooting stuff off on the Fujifilm, and just I wanted to get like a series to show him off. I wanted to get the full body shot, kind of a closer detail shot of his hands, and then another additional detail like his coffee. So this is that series here, which you will see. Obviously you've already seen the full body portraiture, but yeah, really sharp, really clean images came from this, shooting at f4. I love this photo here. He's got such a lovely smile, and this is after Stephen had just taken his film photo. No, it's lovely to meet you. What was your name? Sorry. Andy. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to take my card? If you want the photos, you can send me an email and I'll get them over to you. I'm Darren.
Well done, Darren. That's a really.
It's thick, isn't it?
Yeah,
I paid the extra for that one.
That's really nice. Stephen. You message Darren.
What's your name?
Stephen.
Stephen.
If any of mine come out alright, I'll.
Yeah, you message me.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Want to take one more?
You know, you carry on.
You could look straight to the camera for this one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave you to it.
Take it easy.
Lovely to meet you, Andy.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. Should we go up here? So again, me and Stephen walked away just completely buzzing from that interaction. I thanked him because I felt like I kind of piggybacked off his courage to ask him for a street portrait, but it really paid off in the end. And what I found so interesting is Andy was so grateful that we asked. And obviously, I don't know if you've seen my previous videos, but if I ever want to get a street portrait of someone, I will always ask. But it kind of occurs to me that that's not always other street photographers' style. And obviously I do shoot pictures of people, like you've seen throughout this whole video. But I always keep quite a respectful space, and if anyone were to ever express the fact that they didn't want me to take their photo, I never would, because to me that isn't what street photography is all about. So here I found this deposit safe really interesting because this used to be an old bank, this building, and it's been renovated into a restaurant called Cozy Club, but they kind of kept all the interior very similar to how the interior would have been way back when. And I really like the feature of the deposit safe on the outside. So we were walking back towards more of the centre of Norwich. At this point we were kind of winding down, getting ready to kind of stop shooting. I saw this man on the phone. You can see him a little bit. He peeks out in a minute, I promise. And I saw him and I really wanted to get closer, but I felt like he wouldn't have appreciated that, so I kind of got this little photo here. It's kind of like a peekaboo. I actually really enjoy it. You see him when you look for him. I do regret not getting closer and maybe getting another image because he was dressed really cool with like the waistcoat and the flat cap against the building. It just looked really nice. So ironically I was drawn to this neon sign here because of its bright colour. I'm shooting in black and white, so I wasn't going to capture that, but I still decided to shoot off a couple shots here anyway, and I really enjoy how it came out. I like that you can see the reflection of City Hall in the window, and you've kind of got like the modern contrast against the neon sign. And here I am, back to taking photos of Stephen and him taking photos of me. I'm really excited to see how his film shots came out. I actually think he didn't end up taking one here because it was too dark and he was shooting on a certain film that didn't really allow for that. But yeah, really enjoyed these shots too. But basically, that's pretty much the end of the video now. I'm looking at the timeline and there's not much left, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. I know the time is very precious these days and I really appreciate you watching till the end. If you aren't subscribed and you want to see more of my videos, then please hit that subscribe button down below. And if you are subscribed, thank you for coming back. I will be back soon with another video. Bye.